is good. It's good for a start, right?
It is good for a start. That's a fact. It's good for a start. As I said, I also moved from China. I got the opportunity whilst I was schooling. So I even got here before graduating online. Yes. Yeah.
That's the kind of thing I'm looking for.
Yeah.
If you're on Nigeria, that's the why I define.
No, 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 no. I'm not Omo Naija. I am your fighting mate.
You're from Ghana.
Yes. We fight for soccer, we fight for food, jollof rice, we fight for everything online. But we are brothers. But we are brothers. Yeah. So that is how it is. Me, that is why I keep saying to people, I will tell you the fact. I don't have any reason to sweet talk you for you to come here and be like, why did I come? This is the fact. If you tune your mind of living for a long term, Japan is okay. But if you want to make it quick, then please, it's a fact. Don't come to Japan because you might be disappointed.
I'm currently in China, so I understand what you mean by I'm not gonna sweet talk you to come in here so that you not be disappointed. Quick, so that if you're looking for I understand now. I'm in China, I don't say it's not that quick.
No. China, our time, maybe it's no longer the same. Our time, we were not allowed to work, but we were doing it. Yes.
We're not allowed to. I'm not allowed to.
You are not. But I'm thinking the system is being tightened more as it was during our time. I don't know. But in China, you can suffer for maybe 2, 3, 4 months. But when you get work to do 1 month, you can forget about your suffering because the money is sweet. As a student, when you get the money, you don't pay tax. Food is cheap. Accommodation, sometimes you get job, they give you accommodation. You don't pay for anything. It's kind of sweet, but it doesn't work like that here. So when I got here in Japan, the money I was making as a student in China was more than what I was getting. So I almost returned to China. I was looking for ways to return. Let me go. It's not working. It's not okay. But then I thought about my family. China doesn't support family. If you are in China with your family can't work. Your child cannot go to their public schools. You understand? So I was like, I wanted to relocate my family. If I move back to China, how will it be? No. So when I weighed the two, I remained here and I brought my family. So that is Japan for you. That's what I'm saying. If you have a long-term plan, then you can choose Japan. But if you have a short-term plan, then please don't come to Japan.
So you're saying you can have dependents?
Oh yeah, yeah,
in Japan.
Yes. You can bring your family.
Bring your family based on your own expenses or it's covered?
Of course, whose expenses you want this to be?
Okay, wow. The teaching job now, that means you're making enough to take care of your dependents.
Of course, you can make enough to take care of yourself, but if you have your mindset of making it big and doing something big back home within a short time, that is where you'll be disappointed. But to live your life in Japan, you will be okay. You can save, even if it is 1 yen a month, you can save if you want to save. It's all about personal decisions. Someone say, if I get a job in August, when will I come? When will I be able to travel? Mostly, many people or more, how do I say it? Most companies that are recruiting now, they are recruiting for next year. The schooling year begins from April and end in March. So as the schooling year, this current schooling year is ending in March next year, you will be arriving in March, having an orientation, final orientation. Then you are sent to wherever they want you to work. And you are ready April. You start work. That's how it works. Guys, please tap on your screen. Tap. You are welcome. So, baby boy, I hope I've answered your question. All right?
with you.
Thank you.
I'm with you. Yeah. So
Thank
like,
you.
put me through like do you do applications for people now? Do you do application?
It doesn't work like that in Japan.
Do you apply for
You
jobs?
have to apply by yourself. I only share information. I share the sites. I share what the links. So you do everything by yourself.
Okay.
So if
Okay.
you watch my
Okay.
channel here, I have pinned 3 videos. I think one of them would guide you to my YouTube, where I have made videos about 4 companies, how you should apply to them, the site, and the links are in the description. So you just click on it, you watch the video, click on it, do your application. I've made videos about how you pass the interviews. In fact, tonight I'm going to talk about some of the things you should prepare during interviews again. So this one is just a preliminary.
Okay. This is my first time on your page, oh. So I've not seen your YouTube before. I've not been on your YouTube channel, but I'm going to check it out.
Sure, please do. So when you watch that YouTube that theme video, it's going to guide you. It's the same name, Adventures of Japan, with the same logo.
Okay.
But I don't know, maybe
So
there's somebody also Adventures, I don't know. So
oh, okay. One more question, please. So just like you said you got the job before your graduation,
mm,
right?
mm,
So when is the right time for me to apply so that I will get it before my graduation? Because
you got it.
I'm graduating on the 28th. Do you understand? So
Me, I didn't think about my graduation. No, I was just applying for the job. So I got the job, my job. I got my job in August. The year I got it in August. Okay, so we were made aware that the process is going to start from somewhere December. So in November, I left China to Ghana. And I was in Ghana. Then I received the document from Japan. I processed everything in Ghana. Then I came back here. So that was my journey. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the information.
All right. You are most welcome. Guys, please tap on your screen. Tap, 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 tap. I'm going to start talking on YouTube, but when I'm done and somebody is here who wants to talk, please feel free and send a request. But for now, please tap on your screens. Help me share this live with others so that we can all come together and learn. As I keep saying, learning is every day. All right. Every day is a learning day. So tonight I'm going to be talking about a topic, 3 interview questions that decide if you get hired. 3 interview questions that decide if you get hired. So please tap on your screens as we prepare to get into it with full force. Yeah, let's go. Guys, please tap on your screens. Tap, 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 tap. Thank you so much for the likes. Sindo, you are welcome. Thanks for joining. Hey. Kai. Oh, K, sorry, not Kai. K. Why am I mentioning like Japanese? K-san, long time no see. Long time no see. All right. Thank you so much for the likes. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's share. Brack Wofi. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Let me share the link. Tonight, I just have only 4 slides that I'm going to be talking about. So it's going to be short, right? Not that long. So don't worry. Let's not worry. It's going to be very long. Sorry, not long, very short. Hmm. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning meet me, small and bright, clean and bright. You happy to meet me, blossom of snow may you grow. bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Blossom of snow, may you grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Good afternoon from Nigeria. Pure nature ambience. You are welcome. Thank you for joining, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Arigato gozaimasu from Japan. Arigato gozaimasu. Hontoni arigato gozaimasu. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for liking. Thank you for keeping the platform engaged. I really appreciate. I really appreciate. All right, so let's start. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures of Japan. Today is Monday, the 13th of July, 2026. The time is now 8:33 p.m. JST. That's Japan Standard Time. You are welcome to Adventures of Japan. If today is your first time, you are most welcome. Cheers. Yeah. On this channel, what we do is to give you insight, tips about how to land your teaching job successfully. Because the aim is to put out information so that you would be prepared, you would be informed, so as not to fall into the hands of agents. Because there's no agent that is going to help you to land a teaching job in Japan. Everything is going back to you. You have to do everything. You need to go through the interview, because nobody can sit in the interview on your behalf. So what those people calling themselves agents, or anyone calling themselves agents with regards to teaching job in Japan, will do is to use your details, create an email in your name without you knowing the password, use it to apply for the jobs on your behalf. And when they get the information from the company, they just forward them to you that, oh, do this, do that, do this, do that, as if they are doing something. But actually, you can do whatever they are doing. It's just a matter of sitting yourself down, applying, reading about the ALT job, and going through the interview if you're lucky. All right. If the agent, the so-called agent, is not lucky, he or she can apply for you and will not get the same feedback you are not getting. So this is our reason for putting out information here, to make it simple for everybody to understand. All right. So if, again, you are new to the word ALT, ALT stands simply for Assistant Language Teacher. These people are persons recruited by dispatch companies all over the world to assist the Japanese teachers of English to deliver English lessons to Japanese students in Japan. And so people like myself, yourself watching me trying to come to Japan, it is not limited to only Africans. In fact, that's why I said people from all over the world, Americans, Australians, Germans, well, countries that speak English, they are all applying. And so if you are applying from wherever you are, most especially Africa, and you are thinking maybe it's only your country, please know, be informed that it is worldwide. And why should the companies recruit you instead of somebody in America? Why should they recruit you instead of somebody in Nigeria, instead of somebody in Kenya? Why should you recruit you from Ghana? This is why we keep bringing you information that could help you bring yourself up. Even with a single step, it could guide you to land a job. So tonight, we're going to be talking about 3 interview questions that decide if you get hired. So if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell on YouTube so that you keep notified every time we come up live or we post any new information. If you are watching from TikTok, don't forget to follow this account, share with others so that we all keep learning. So the three questions I'll be talking about are: one, the problem child; two, the team teaching class; three, the student who won't engage. Yeah. How you answer these three questions tell them everything about the teacher you will be. So get this clear. These questions are to test your knowledge about teaching. It also tests your experience about teaching. And so let's get through it and see how best we could answer it during the interview sessions. Okay. So as I said, the first question we'll be handling is: how would you handle a problem child in your class? Supposing a general question like this is asked, how will you deal with it? Question two that we'll be looking at will be: how would you handle challenges with team teaching? Remember, as an ALT, your name is assistant language teacher, which means you are assisting somebody. And in this case, who are you assisting? You are assisting the Japanese teacher of English. So it is a team teaching. It is a collaboration. There is always going to be a challenge. How would you handle it? Because in my local language, we say a Trevor no cacao, which translates into English like two calabash on water will never stop touching each other. So as they go, they crash and go and crash again. Yes. So two of you will definitely have issues. How would you handle such issues? They could ask you. So if such questions are asked during interview, how would you handle it? So number three that we'll be looking at will be: how would you give students ownership of their own learning? So supposing these questions are asked, one of them, or even, I'm not saying these are the questions, I'm just giving example of interview questions. So if these questions are asked, how would you handle them? This is what we'll be looking at today. If this is something you are interested in, please don't forget to share with others and ring the bell, subscribe, drop a comment, a like, and let's keep engaged. Okay, before we move on, let's see some questions here. Thank you for joining, Melanie. All right. Hello, thank you for sharing these useful infos. Thank you. Palais de la communication, yeah. Okay. Apart from the questions related to the class and learners, how do we apply for this? Do you mean the application to the companies, or how do we apply for the job? Is that what you mean? If that is it, then that's not problem at all. Yeah, konbanwa. Sharu, konbanwa. Christiana from Nigeria, good evening, sir. Good evening. You are all welcome from YouTube. Hello to YouTubers. Hello. Okay, let's dive into it. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining. All right. So question one. Today, I just said I will be very quick and so that we can have time to talk on TikTok. If somebody has a question, we'll talk. Okay. Question one. How would you handle a problem child in your classroom? If this kind of question is asked, how would you handle it? How would you answer it? Remember, the interview with one of the companies is in such a way that they are going to give you orientation about the company. And towards the end of the interview, they would give one question to mostly all the applicants. It could be 5 of you, it could be 6 of you, it could be 7. I don't know the maximum though, but you are not going to be alone. And they will throw the question to you guys to discuss. So remember that during that time, during the discussion time, I keep saying you are seeing the interviewer, but definitely it is not the it is not the interviewer that is looking at you. It is not only the interviewer that is looking at you. That's what I'm trying to say. There are several eyes behind the cameras watching everything you are doing. So maybe somebody is checking the way you are facing the camera, the way you are sitting down. You know, in Japanese culture, they love respect. They show respect even during their sitting. During official duties, you see them sitting down straight, the back very straight. That is Japanese. I don't know if they check all these things during inter. I don't know, but I'm just saying that is Japanese culture. So if this sounds like something you would like to practice, it's okay because somebody is checking something. Somebody might be checking your attire. Somebody might be checking your movement, whether you are doing something. And let me drop this thing. Never write anything somewhere. Yeah, never write anything somewhere. Maybe you heard Adventures of Japan discussing this, so you have written it down. You have written what you would say, supposing a question like this is being asked, and you put it down. Thinking as you are talking, you'll be looking at it, thinking, oh, you are smart. You will look at it, they will not know. Hey, never ever try that. Don't try that. Because no matter what, no matter how smart you think you are, once you take off your eyes from the camera and you are peeping somewhere, they know somebody is watching you. The interviewer might even stand up and say, oh, keep discussing, just go ahead. He might be somewhere watching you, which you cannot see. So please do whatever you can not to write any, not to be tempted to write anything somewhere thinking you are smart. Don't do that. All right. Okay. So how to answer it is one, lead with de-escalation, not punishment. Okay, how would you handle a problem child in your class? You have to lead with de-escalation, not punishment. Redirect the behavior before it becomes a power struggle. All right, that's number one. Point two, name the partnership. Mention you would loop the JTE or homeroom teacher, not handle it solo. Because as an ALT, always remember you are not in charge of the class. There's always the boss, the JTE, the Japanese teacher of English, or the homeroom teacher. Because in some cases, you might not be working with the Japanese teacher of English. You might be working with the homeroom teacher. I'll give you my personal example. When I was an ALT with the company that brought me, Borderlink, I was sent to a school, only one elementary school. I worked in only one elementary school with only one JTE. I teach with the JTE from class 3 to 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. Meanwhile, class 1 and 2, I teach alone with the homeroom teacher. So in that case, I don't have a JTE. I have a homeroom teacher. I became teacher one that time. The homeroom teacher supports me. So in case of anything as such, I would need to inform the homeroom teacher because she is the one there currently I'm working with. So never think of answering the question like forgetting that you are an assistant. You say, oh, oh, I will do this, I will do that, I will do that, I'll do. So in the end, where is the JTE? Where is the homeroom teacher? So they are testing your knowledge about collaboration. All these questions, they are testing your knowledge about collaboration to see what kind of teacher are you. Are you still thinking you are the boss? Maybe you've been a teacher, you have so much experience, but you have not realized that you are coming to Japan to be assistant. So they are testing all these things. So we got to be careful on how to handle these kind of questions. So let's go to number 3. Show pattern thinking. One bad day is different from a repeated issue. Say how you would tell them apart. Okay, so maybe the student has not been like that. The student has been a good student for the number of days you know him or her, but that particular day is just not okay for the child. All the days are not equal. So you need to show pattern. Has the child been behaving that way for a long time, over a period of time, or is just sudden something the child is putting up? If it is sudden, then the way of dealing with it might certainly be different from if it's a behavior pattern the child has been exhibiting. I hope you understand me. Okay. So I am just letting you become aware of situations that could come up in the classroom. Mind you, during most of the ALT interviews, the questions that are going to be asked are classroom based. They will ask you questions regarding situations in the classroom that would need your solution or your idea or your suggestion to resolve. So mind you, tune your mind to the classroom, especially during the first interviews, you understand? Okay, let's see the fourth one. And on relationships, not control. This is very important. And on relationships, not control. The goal is the student re-engaging, not just going quiet. So you understand? If you go into relationship with your JTE or with your homeroom teacher to resolve the issue, it's going to help the child to what? To re-engage, not just keep quiet, because the idea is not to make the child keep quiet. It's just to correct what the child is doing, which is not okay. And I also mentioned the fact that you can use some approaches like the proximity approach. I made video about that, where you can intentionally position yourself near that child. If you are not the teacher, one, if your JT is teaching or the homeroom teacher is teaching you as assisting, you can stand close within that the vicinity of the child, and sometimes it helps once the child knows that the teacher is standing around me. Even if you are looking at somewhere, the kid feels like, "Oh, maybe he's watching me." The child might stop doing what he or she is doing, might stop disrupting. So that is also proximity approach. Okay. All right. And when I finish the third question, I'm going to give a tip again, which could run through all the questions. So let's stay tuned. Okay. So interviewers are listening for composure here, not a discipline system. Don't say, I will punish the person, I will discipline the people. No, no, no. They are looking for your composure, not a discipline system. You are not coming from wherever you're coming to discipline their kids. You don't know them. Okay? They know their students. The student record is known to the Japanese teachers, not you. All right? Okay. That's question one. Thank you so much for liking. For a private high school, okay, if it is a private high school, I wonder if I teach 20 classes solo a week, even though I am an ALT. Oh, okay. Nighttime Japan. Oh, oh, okay. You mean my one school? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Apart from the questions related to the class and learners, how do we apply? Yeah, I think I've responded, right? Oh, the ALT. You said yours is different. 20 classes solo a week. Even though I am really, is your company aware? Wow, that's certainly different. So, guys, you are listening to somebody's testimony live. He says, let me read the question for those on YouTube to also listen to. Say, I have, let me start. He said, that's different in my case. I believe the person is responding to the fact that I was sent to just one school and that I handle all the levels from class 1 to 6, but I teach 3 to 6 with my JTE, and 1 and 2, I handle them by myself with assistance from the homeroom teachers. So the person said, I teach 20 classes solo a week, even though I am an ALT for a private high school. Okay, maybe private high school, maybe private, you understand. So that is how it is. Private. Okay. Question mark, how to apply? I'm from Philippines. As for if you are in Philippines, Philippines is the only country that especially most of the companies have agents in Philippines. So you, even if you go to their portal, they say you can apply through an agent in Philippines. I have a person living in Philippines. The person is not a Filipino or Filipina, but he's residing in Philippines. He tried to apply through the company and they said no, they only accept Philippine citizens. So if you are from Philippines, you can check on the companies. All right. Maria says, I have interview in the next 2 weeks, and I was wondering how long does before answer. How long does I don't understand before answer? What company? Well, if you go to the website of Borderlink, Interac, they say they have affiliate companies there in Philippines. I don't know the company's name, but if you go to their website, you see it. All right. Philippines is the only country that they say they work with agents. Apart from Philippines, no, you can't work with any agent to secure the job. I mean the agency, not just agent, agency. All right. YouTube says, let's say YouTube says, okay, your song was very nice. Please sing again. All right. Should I go? I will sing. Don't worry. I will sing. Okay. Give special attention to the child. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Give special attention to the child. Yes. Any more websites besides the one you have given in your videos? Okay. Mr. Don't give up. What are the questions you're talking about? All right. So you said any more websites? All right. There are websites. I mean, there are companies which recruit or that recruit ALTs apart from the Borderlink, Interac, Altia Central, Joytalk, Hard Corporation. There are more, but the main ones that recruit more people from especially Africa are the ones that I have made videos about. However, you can also research some of them that I have not mentioned. And I'm sure if you find out, you can check their requirements. And if you are eligible, you can go ahead and apply. Okay. So, Doris, the questions that I will be talking or I am discussing in tonight's live include one, how would you handle a problem child in your class? Two, how would you handle challenges with team teaching? Three, how would you give students ownership of their own learning? So I just talked about question one. Now we are moving to question two. Yeah. Oh, all right. How long before responding? I'm not sorry. Comment section have limit on the text length. Oh, okay. How long before responding? Uh, for that, I have no idea how long it takes. So they decide that one. So I don't know. Please, my sister is a dependent in Japan, Osaka. Izumi, please, can you help her get job? Russian Shihesi. Hello, bro. How are I'm good. How about you? So, Frank Jesus, eh? Frank Jesus. So, if your sister is a dependent, is she having a bachelor? Because you need a bachelor to secure teaching jobs. If you don't have a bachelor, you can't apply for teaching jobs. If your sister has a bachelor, perfect. She can apply to all the companies I keep mentioning: Borderlink, Interac, Altia Central, Hard Corporation, Joytalk. But sometimes it might require her to relocate because as she is in Osaka, if she gets a job with a company that is not based in Osaka or they have not gotten the job contract in where she is living, they might ask her to relocate because you can. It is not advisable to go to work, you start working, or you move 2 hours to get to job. It is not advisable. The companies will not like you to do that. Yeah, so you live in Japan, Tokyo, bro. You mean I don't live in Tokyo? I lived there, but I don't live in Tokyo. Where am I from? Can you guess? Please guess. Where do you think I'm from? Where do you think I'm from? Okay. Oh, some questions are on YouTube again. I've gotten the preliminary stage. Okay, nice. Christiana, you've gotten the preliminary stage. That's nice. Congratulations. Now let's look for the upcoming one. Okay, Gamba Tene. Don't give up. Oh, Ghana. Yeah. Do. Yeah, I'm from Ghana. You shouldn't say it. Let him guess. Good evening, my brother. I have been following your program for some time now, and you're doing. Oh, thank you so much, Hashim. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, you. I guess you are in Japan because you're using the beautiful Ghana flag and the the flag of the sun of the uh yeah, the land of the rising sun. Yes, the land of the rising sun. That's Japan. From Zimbabwe, interested in coming to Japan. Okay, we talk about how you can come as a teacher. So if you have a bachelor, you are eligible to apply. Guys, we are stuck under 1.7. Can you keep tapping, please? Keep tapping, keep sharing, guys. Keep sharing, keep tapping. Let's tap. Let's TikTok know we are active, we are live, we are keeping engaged. Guys, please, let's do that. We can, yes? Yes, we can. Let's go. All right. From TikTok, somebody says, Tini Talk English says, one, after the interview, how long does it usually take Borderlink to inform applicants whether they have been selected or not? So that's question one. I believe by the end of the interview, they made you aware that you hear from them in so and so number of days time, right? So sometimes they may go beyond that. Sometimes they will fall within the time they gave you. So it depends. Okay. Have they gone beyond the time they gave you? All right. Question two says, I am selected. If I am selected, when will I need to show proof of funds or savings? Is this required immediately after the interview or later in the process? Okay, so the question two, I would say somebody is currently at that stage. I know someone who has been selected, the person has passed all the stages, the person has been offered the job, the person is informed of coming next year, March. So now they require the person to send proof of fund. Even during my time, I mentioned earlier of by the start of this live stream when I picked somebody on TikTok, I said I also got the opportunity whilst I was schooling in China. When I was in China, Borderlink asked me to present my proof of fund. Yes, Borderlink asked me. So I presented a proof of fund, okay, before they even processed my COE. That was in my case. I presented a proof of fund, okay? So when I got to my visa application time, the embassy did not ask me of proof of fund. So I don't know how it's going to be for you. Okay, but that's somebody experienced that they are asking for proof of fund now. Okay. Question three says, I understand that many new teachers start during the new academic year. If I am hired now, will Borderlink wait until December to begin the certificate of eligibility application process? Basically, yes, they would wait. You know why? Because the certificate of eligibility has an expiration date. Yes, it's valid for 3 months. So because they know if it is expired, you cannot enter Japan. So this is what people should understand. If you have your COE and your COE is expiring maybe in a month's time, but the visa they gave you in your passport is having 6 months validity, don't be confused. Don't deceive yourself. If the COE expires before you enter Japan, you might be denied entry at the airport because the COE takes authority over whatever is in your passport. So because the companies know about this, even if you are recruited now, if you are employed now, they would wait until December, January before they put in the application of your COE because they don't want you to be in the situation whereby your COE is expired, then you come in, you are denied. No. So this is how it is. So in your waiting time, they'll be asking you for documents, bring this, bring that. Yeah, so that's how it is. Question 4. Wow. Tini is really asking question. Regarding housing, will I need to pay any housing costs such as a deposit or initial rent before I arrive in Japan, or will those payments be made after I arrive? During my time, we came and we were made to pay. But now the companies are requesting for credit card from applicants because they had incidents whereby people came and it's like, they said A, but when they got here, it changed to B and all those stuff. So now the company, especially Borderlink, is trying to be very strict. So you submit your credit card information. And mind you, if they give you the apartment, they say, this is the amount. Are you willing to take it? If you are okay, that is the only amount they take from your credit card. There's nothing like taking more or taking less. So that's how it is. Question 5. If I am successful, what if the typical timeline from passing the interview to receiving the COE, applying for the visa and arriving in Japan? Your arrival is going to be probably in March. In most cases, you come in March. I got here on March 8th. People came early, not early. People came middle of March. People came ending of March. Some people even came early April. So your arrival is certainly going to be in March if you are being recruited for next academic year. All right. But for the visa application, that depends. People applied in February. People can apply in March. I don't know anybody who got application of the visa in January. I'm not aware, but it will be around that time between January and March. Sometimes they will start the application of the COE from December. So from December to March, so many things are going to happen before you come in March. Okay. My one-on-one interview is in 2 weeks. Okay. Congratulations. Yes. I hope I've answered all your questions. I hope I've cleared all your doubts. Thank you for your questions. Now let's read some questions from YouTube, on TikTok, and we go ahead. Lizzie, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Now we're back to Lizzie. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Is it Lee said from Zimbabwe, interested in coming? Okay, I've read that question already. Hanshin says, I have both bachelor and master's degree, but I need your assistance to apply to the ALT job. Okay, my assistant, I'm giving you everything you need to know, my brother. Yeah. So you just go to my YouTube, or if you can memorize the companies, Borderlink. If you are living in Ghana, then I will say don't apply for, you don't apply to Interac. But if you are not, you can apply to Interac, Heart Corporation, Altia Central, Joytalk. Yes, those are the companies you can apply to. Lee, I have a bachelor's degree in information system. How do I go about to apply or to application? Yes, you can check my pin video where I stated how you can locate my YouTube. And in that video, I showed what videos you should watch when you want to apply. The link is in the description of all the videos of my YouTube channel. So I encourage everybody to go check the video up after here and you get everything clearly. Lizzie, guys, consider coming to Luxembourg inbox. Lizzie, you are here again. Why do you want to be there, Lizzie? I understand you want the good for people, but Lizzie, can you hold on, please? Thank you for sharing, Wendy. All right. Emilia, thank you for joining. Tina, I am currently living and working in Thailand. I am Kenyan citizen. And I still am I still eligible to apply through Borderlink whilst residing in Thailand? Or do I need to apply from my home country? No, you don't need to be in your home country. Myself, I applied whilst I was studying in China. So wherever you are good to go. Okay. How to apply? watch my pinned videos and you can get that. Can you please mention the website again? Borderlink, Interac, Altia Central, Heart Corporation, Joytalk. Why don't you just go watch my pinned videos after here? Guys, please tap on your screens. Tap on your screens. Let's go. Okay. Tap, tap, tap on your screens. Let's go. Let's share this live. Visa. You can apply for visa anywhere. For me, I went to Ghana. When I was going, I asked them, is it okay for me to apply for visa from my country? They say anywhere I am, they'll send me the document. I just need to let them know, oh, I will be here. So I need the document here, and they will send your document to you. Okay. So if you want to go back to your country, that's fine. If you are a legal resident, you can take your document in that country and apply for Japan visa there. I know people who got application or they got recruitment from Interac. They are from Ghana, but they were living in Dubai. Some were living in Vietnam. They just applied for the visa in those countries and they got here. So it doesn't matter where you are. You just have to be a legal person there. If you are an illegal person, you will create problems for yourself. All right. Okay. Thank you so much for the follow, Lee. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, let's continue with the question. Wow. I only touched only one question. Let's go to number 2. How would you handle challenges with team teaching? Yes, I mentioned earlier, you are a team, you are coming to be a team member, a team player with your JTE or your homeroom teacher. So how would you handle any challenge that comes up with your JTE? So how to answer this question? Number 1, you need to acknowledge the JTE leads. You have to let them know that, yes, you are just an assistant. The JTE would be your boss. And so you have to show the acknowledgement. Let them understand that, yes, you are aware the JTE is your boss. Your answer should show respect for their role, not competition with it. You are not competing with the JTE. No. So you need to let them know through your answer. You don't have to say that, oh, I am not competing with them. I will not. Just let your answer tell them that you are not in competition with them. They are your boss, immediate boss. Okay. So number 2, bring a concrete example. That is a mismatch in pacing, planning time, or classroom style, and how you would raise it. These are how do I say? These are possible or plausible challenges that could come up during your team teaching. You know, Japanese teachers are super busy. They are very busy. Even if they are not, they look very busy. That is a fact. So sometimes you want to plan activities for the next lesson, but can we do it this time? Gomene. Then they go. Then the time came, you approach. You say, oh, sorry, Gome, I still have something. Can we do it? You might be postponing it until the class time came. You couldn't have time to plan, but you are supposed to handle the teaching. So what do you do? These are challenges. How would you handle that? That is what they are saying you should. I'm putting out that you should bring examples, concrete examples, that if these situations happen, this is how you do it. This is how you talk about it. This is how you talk about it. So let's see number 3. Let's see number 3, how you talk about it. Talk communication, not confrontation. Yes, in Japanese work culture, they frown on confrontation. Amazingly, what is confrontation to us is not the same meaning they have in Japanese work culture. The word confrontation to us is like, hey, why did you do this? Like shouting, but that is not confrontation here in Japan. The mere fact that you ask a Japanese, oh, yesterday you said we will meet, but you didn't come. A simple, harmless question is confrontational in Japanese work culture. So you cannot blame the person for not doing something. You need to blame the action that was not taken, not the person. Or you need to blame the object, not the person. So in Japan culture, Japanese work culture, they blame objects instead of a person. So if you have watched most of my videos, I mentioned this in it. In Japan, in their work culture, they blame object instead of a person. So you have to talk communication, not confrontation. A quick pre-class check in, a pre-class check-in solves most teaching frictions. So before you enter the classroom, even if you couldn't have a meeting, as you are walking alongside each other going into the next class, you can check in quick. Oh, okay, so today, what am I supposed to do? Okay, okay, all right. As you are walking, because they walk very fast too. So just a quick check-in before the class could solve some of this. You are not going to, you might not get it perfectly, but trust me, answering these questions with this kind of understanding, making the interviewer know that yes, you understand the Japanese work culture, you can confront people, you will do this and that through communication, you're going to land a job. Okay. And the fourth one is show flexibility. You adapt your style to the JTE, not the other way around. You don't think the JTE should adapt to your style. You should adapt to the JTE's style because you are assisting. And sometimes the JTE would want you to just be in the classroom doing whatever you are doing until the lesson is over. So sometimes you might be feeling sleepy, then you start walking around. The JTE is doing his or her thing. That is how the person wants you to help. So if you see a kid writing, okay, maybe cross this T. Oh, okay, can you dot this one? That is your job. That's all. The JT will not say, do this, do that. Some of them will not ask you to do anything. But you need to be very smart and find work for yourself in the classroom. That's all I'm trying to say. All right. So be flexible. If you work in a junior high school, you are going to have more than one JTE. In most of the junior high schools, you might have up to 5 JTEs. I don't know, it could be more. And having 5 JTEs, they all have their unique styles of teaching. And you are alone. You are the only JTE, or sorry, ALT. So you need to adapt to their styles of teaching. Some of them might want you to be leading classes, engaging kids in conversations. Some of them might want you to be reading things for kids to repeat after you. Some of them might try to read and kids listen, that's all. So you need to adapt to their various styles. That is the difficulty aspect of being an ALT. However, it is not something you cannot do. All right, just tune your mind. Even if you've been teaching for 10 years, as you are coming here, you are going to be assistant. And if you have a flexibility of mindset, you are able to adapt. You will not have any problem with any JTE whatsoever. Me, I have never had any problem because I don't see any day I'll have a problem because I understand the fact that I am assistant. So challenges of team teaching, I don't foresee one coming to me. When I first came, I almost had that challenge because, as I said earlier, I was in China schooling before I got the job. Being there, when you are doing the jumping, baby shark, those things, you are the main teacher. The Chinese are rather assisting you. So when I got here, it was still in my mind. I was thinking I was going to be the main teacher, even though I know I am assistant language teacher, but the meaning has not sunk into my mind that time. So the first lesson we went, I wanted to do the JT said, no, 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 no. I wanted to, she said, no, 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 no. I was like, what's going on? I was actually furious within me, but I was lucky I never asked any question. After the lesson, I sat myself down. I was going through my mind, what's going on? Ah, you are assistant. Okay, you are assistant. Oh, okay. So this is how it is. Oh, okay. So I don't have to worry myself. So after that first lesson, I reset my mind. I was like, okay, I am not in China anymore. I am in Japan. I just have to adapt to how they do things. And I became very okay. And you know what? That very JTE that I worked with for the first time. That was my first JTE life I experienced in Japan. People said she actually made others quit their job, because to the people who quit, she was very strict. The JT was so strict for them. She's not flexible. But me, I didn't see it that way. She's the boss. That's how she wanted me to assist her. So I just assisted her the same way she wants. So I didn't have any problem. So when people say, I was like, but she's okay. They say, huh? You really tried. I was like, I don't see any problem. Once I have tuned my mind that I am assisting, I don't see any problem. If you want me to sleep by helping you, I will sleep, because by the end of the day, that will make you happy and that will secure my job. So I will do it. All right. So, guys, just be flexible and understand that you are assisting. In that case, you wouldn't have any problem. But for answering sake, you can bring these possible examples so that you can answer the questions practically. All right. Don't go and say you will not have any problem. Okay. All right. So this question is really asking, can you be a good guest in someone else's classroom? That is it. Very simple. All right. So before we go to the last question, let's keep reading some comments. All right. Thank you so much for the follow, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, Kofi Sam says, God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. May He bless you all. May he bless us all. Thank you so much. Hey, Gilbert, thank you so much, bro. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow as well. Okay. Okay. Which is the best city for a beginner, please? For a best city, you don't have power over the city. If you choose a city and the company is not having their contract there, what happens? So you don't have authority over which city. Well, you might think of it, you might wish, but actually you don't have any control over a city. This is why on the application form I advise people to choose anywhere, because if they put you in the countryside, which is called Inaka in Japan, once you're in Japan, there's a possibility that you can relocate and come to the cities. So as for city, that's how it is. I hope I've answered you. All right. Confusing, please, are the agencies still recruiting teachers? Yes, this is the recruiting season. So some of them have started. Borderlink has started. Interac is also starting. Some people were rejected, some people were invited. Yes, so it is the season for recruitment. All right. Guys, thank you so much. Let's keep tapping. Let's keep sharing. Let's keep tapping. Let's keep sharing. Last question. How would you give students ownership over their own learning? This question is kind of, I say, IB concept. Those of us who have not heard the word IB before, it's International Baccalaureate. All right? Yes, International Baccalaureate. So in the IB concept, students are empowered to take control of their learning. So supposing this kind of question is being asked in our ordinary classrooms, we can also do it. In fact, we have been doing it. Maybe we did not know that we are empowering the kids. So let's see how best we could answer this question in case a question like this comes up. How to answer it? Number one, offer real choice, like letting students pick a topic, a partner, or format inside a lesson, not just try harder. Okay, a topic. For example, you are teaching how do I say? Maybe daily routine. So what do you want to teach under daily routine? So you can ask the student, what do you want us to learn under daily routine? Then they decide, maybe morning choices or whatever. maybe they decide. Asking them to decide, that is giving them authority over their learning. That's all. It's not difficult. So if questions like this are asked, don't think too much. It's not that difficult. Maybe if you have been a teacher, you might have done it before, but you just don't know that you are empowering the kids to take control of their learning. So this is why I'm here to break it down for you, that don't think too much. It's not anything difficult. You have been doing it, or you have done it before, or you can do it. And for example, partner, let them choose their partners. If you want them to do a teamwork, don't say, you uh, go and pair with this person, you pair with this person. No. Simply asking them, oh, choose a partner. I'm going to give you 3 minutes, choose your partner. And after that, we're going to do a team activity. Okay. You give them time so that they know that, okay, I need to finish within this time. That is you giving them power, authority over their learning. So they know that, okay, you see, and if you do that, they are very smart. They are happy. They know that that's how they learn. So they are happy. They would do before the time. They do everything accordingly. However, there might be some students who will say, I still don't have a partner. You can now go ahead and give them partner. You can tell them from the beginning, after this minute, if somebody is not having a partner, I am going to give you a partner. I'm going to pair you with somebody. So they understand that after this time, then the teacher comes in. So that is how you give them power over their learning process. Very simple. Haven't you done this before? I'm sure if you are a teacher, you have done it before. That's all. Okay. All right. So you don't, I said it already, you don't need to tell them, okay, from the beginning, say, okay, you go here, try harder. No, no, no. Okay. That's number one. Number two, build in self-check moments. So a quick self-rating or reflection at the end of an activity. So after a lesson, you ask them, okay, oh, what do you enjoy in today's lesson? What did you enjoy in today's lesson? This person will raise their hand and say, oh, I enjoyed this. So in Japan, they have something called reflection. Reflection. This reflection is also an IB concept. All right. It's also an IB concept. So when I was an ALT in the elementary school, after every lesson, they have a reflection. However, they were written in Japanese. So sometimes the Japanese teacher will tell me, oh, this kid says, oh, Miss, the ALT did this. I enjoyed talking with the ALT because it was in Japanese. But they have reflection. So they understand, they express themselves, what they think about the lesson, how they see the lesson, they say it. So that's how you give them opportunity to take control of their lesson. And so the reflection is also giving you feedback as a teacher, so that you know that, okay, this person enjoys this. So mostly you will see how your lesson went. Most of the students, you see how they see the lesson. So if it's a success, you know. If it's not a success, you know. So they now giving you a fact, a clue that your lesson didn't go well with them, or your lesson was okay with them. So it means they are giving, they took control of their lesson, they took control of their learning, and that is why they are able to influence your thinking about how your lesson went. So their thinking about your lesson will give you a guideline, a roadmap of what to do next time. I hope I'm getting, or I hope I am making sense. All right. Number three. So use pair and small group work. Control shifts from teacher-led to student-led naturally in groups. So in groups, as a teacher, if you want to give students control, you can give pair works, group works, and let them choose a leader in each group. So each group have your leader and do this. After that, the leader is going to present, or you give them authority. So at the end, the student decided their leader. Their leader knows I'm going to do this. And in that case, you are teaching them leadership roles at the same time in an English lesson. So this is how you give students opportunity to take control, to take power, to take charge of their learning process. So if you give all these tips during interviews, you will be hired. But mind you, it's not about how you speak alone. I mentioned earlier that there are several eyes watching you from behind the scenes. So Japan prioritizes smiling. So if you are always sitting there saying you can speak all the best English you know how to speak in this world, your accent could be top notch, but hey, you will not get it. Trust me. With your frowning face, you won't get it. Trust me. So it is number one. Just like Mr. Adventures of Japan is always smiling, telling you whatever he has, whatever he knows. Please keep that smiling flowing. It will help you. I hope I'm talking to someone. Oh, all right. So number 4 here, release responsibility gradually. So model first, guide next, then step back and let them run it. So before every activity, even if you are giving the pair work or group work or teamwork, first give clear instructions. As I said earlier, you let them choose their team members or decide their team members, decide their leader, and you let them know that, okay, after the activity, maybe the leader is going to present or everybody is going to do this or that. Give clear not indication, clear instruction from the beginning, so that after the instruction, you ask them, yes, do you understand? Everyone, can somebody explain? Who understands? Then, yeah, can you explain? Then the person stands up, explain to their friends. If it's okay, it's okay. Next, anybody else? So after that, you make sure they understand. All right. And then you give them the time, they start work. It means you have modeled first, and then you guide next, and then you step back and let them run the show. That's how it is. That's how you empower them. Okay. This is your chance to sound like a teacher, not just an English speaker. All right. However, I am adding that this question, you are not on your own. You are assisting. But at a point, you could become a teacher one. All right. You could become a teacher one. Hmm? So at any point that the JTE say, oh, can you let the kids read this? Can you do this? At any point you are doing something, you become a teacher one. So you can let the interviewer know that, okay, you understand you are an assistant language teacher, but in case you become a teacher one at any point and you are delivering any lesson, this is what you will do. This is how you will handle the situation to give students power over their learning process. Finish. You are good to go. Yeah. All right. So before you go, I finish the presentation, 3 answers, one thing in common. They all show how you think. Yes. These are 3 questions, 3 answers, but they all have one thing in common. They all tell the interviewer how you think. All right. And I said earlier that after all of them, I'm going to give a tip. Before I give the tip, let's read some questions, and we go on with the tip. That could run through all of them. Okay. All right. Thank you. Oh, Cindy Brown, thank you so much. God bless you too. All right. I just did my preliminary interview, orientation and interview today with Borderlink. Oh, okay. Cindy Brown, how was it? How was it? How is the transition from teaching to other jobs? It's very okay. So it depends. When you want to transition to other jobs, it depends on your qualification, the job you are applying to, their requirements. If you meet them, it's easy to transition. So it's all about you. Okay. Are Borderlink teachers allowed to work part-time? jobs outside of their ALT position, such as on weekends or during school holidays? If so, are there any restrictions or permissions required? You need to understand that as an ALT, you are legally allowed to do part-time jobs, whether you are with Borderlink, you are with Altia Central, you are with Hard Corporation, you are with so and so, you are legally bound to do part-time jobs. However, you need permission. So you just have to contact your company and let them know that, okay, I need permission to do part-time jobs. They'll give you a letter of permission. Some of the companies will say, did you get a job? If you get a job, come for the permission. Some of them, if you ask, they would give you. For me, in my case, I acquired a permission, but I didn't get a job. When I was with Borderlink, I got a permission to look for or to get a part-time job, not to get a permission to do a part-time job, but I didn't get a job because of where I was living. So if you have the permission and you get the job, the part-time job is also going to give you a contract. So you're going to take the permission, the contract, your passport, your resident card, and send this document to the immigration. The immigration is going to look at it and give you the permission. In the permission, or in giving you the permission, they are going to stamp the back of your resident card. There's a portion they are going to put a stamp on, which means you are permitted to do other jobs aside your normal job. Okay? And in your passport, they are going to put a sticker. It's going to look like when you land in Japan, they're going to put a sticker in your passport, which is known as landing sticker. So the permission sticker and the landing sticker look the same, but maybe they know what is written on them. So maybe the writing might be the difference. It's going to be in Japanese. So yeah, that's how it works. However, as an ALT, you can only look for teaching jobs per the instructor visa. Have I answered you? All right. Thank you so much for your question. Yeah. Sir, please kindly help me with some of the company links. Okay, Kofi Sam. I have been saying it, but to help you better, can you after here check my pin videos, and one of them would guide you to my YouTube channel. And when you get to my YouTube channel, I point out the videos you need to watch, and each of the videos have the application link. I believe that will rather help you. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. So let's get to the tip that I want to give. This is going to help if you have been a teacher before. If any of these questions are asked, it is very beneficial if you can give out your personal experience whilst you were working at where you are, or whether in your country, how situations like this were handled by you. In saying that, you don't just have to give how you handle it and end in the middle. You need to give results. If you have done something about such actions, what was the outcome? How was the outcome? You need to say it. For example, problems with how do I call it? The first question, problem associated with the how would you handle a problem child in your class? In your teaching career, maybe uh, you have encountered such a situation. How did you handle it? Oh, maybe you did ABC. And what was the outcome? Oh, the outcome was this, this, and that. The child became so, so, and so, and everything became smooth. Then you can now go ahead and say, however, you know that the work culture is totally different. And so you are willing to do ABC, then you now come to the Japanese settings and talk about what I have said earlier. This could be used throughout any question that is being asked. You talk about your experience and you make it clear to them that you understand that you are coming to a different place, so you are willing to adapt, and so you do ABC. That is it, because that is the only thing that will separate you who has been a teacher from someone who has not taught before. So if two of you meet in that interview, it is only your experience that will separate you. Otherwise, you are all going to be the same. I hope this makes sense. All right. So with that said, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And if you are traveling currently, I will entreat you to get Saily eSIM. It's going to help you. Okay. And if you get my coupon code, it's going to give you a 15% discount. Yeah. So I will leave the link in the description on YouTube so that you can grab your eSIM if you are planning to travel very soon. All right. Now, question time. I've been answering the questions already, but let's go into it now fully. Question time. We still have about 20 minutes for questions. Moyo, I see you. Hey, China importation. Hey, I see everybody. Zenny, lad, I see you. Moyo, great. I see you all. Okay. Greetings, bro. Edelweiss. Every morning greet me. Small and white, clean and bright. You happy to meet me. Blossom of snow may and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Somebody requested that I sing the song again. I hope I'm done. Yeah. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Malang Baba. Malang Baba. Great. You are welcome. Yes, we talk about how you can get teaching jobs. Thank you so much for your answers. Be blessed. You too. Be blessed too. Teeny talks. Teeny talk English. Okay. Yes, we're talking about teaching in Japan, and today we've talked about 3 questions that could be asked during interviews that by answering them correctly could land you the job. And so it's all about getting teaching jobs in Japan. Guys, please tap on your screens. If this is your first time, don't forget to follow this account and drop any questions with a DM. We are prepared to help you out understand the whole process. However, please understand that I am equally human. Sometimes I might be very, I could be very funny. Yeah, sometimes very funny, you know. Don't take it too hard. Don't be personal about it. But it becomes problematic if you think you can bully somebody like me. Please don't think about that, because you can never bully me. I will never allow myself to be bullied. Why am I saying this? There's somebody who recently contacted me because my contact is very easy to get on my YouTube channel, very easy. The person contacted and asked a question and said, I got your contact from Facebook. Then I was like, then my question was Facebook. Then I put so many question marks. Then the person came back to say YouTube. Then I sent an emoji, a laughing emoji. And the person was like, why are you laughing? I said, the person said, what's happening? I was like, I should be asking you. Then the person, are you in Japan? Are you working with, she mentioned a company. Then I was like, those questions are not questions. She should ask a question that I will answer. And she said, oh, do you know anything more about mention a company? Looking at the way the person was questioning, I was like, no, I have no idea further. Because the person reached out from a video I made about that company. And the person said, thanks. So I was there. Before I realized, the person went under my video and wrote so many things that I was rude to her. I was like, how do you reason this way? And you know the interesting thing, after the person watched the video, got my contact, came to my inbox, the person never dropped a comment under the video. But after I have responded and that harmless emoji has reset the person's brain for her to go back and drop a comment. Hey, me, I am never anybody you can bully. Just because I'm putting out information, you think you can bully me? No, I will never allow that to happen. Hey, the video is there. The comment that I have written, they are there. You can see it. Me, if I need to go hard on you, I'll go hard on you because you can never bully me. You can't just watch a video you'd never ever appreciated with a comment or whatever, but you got my contact. You came to my inbox. I did not say why you came to my inbox. Then after that, you felt you did not get the answer you were hoping for. So you went back to my video trying to what? Expose what? No, guys. Hey, don't try that. Don't try that. Me, I'm so happy if such things happen. I keep smiling when I'm typing comment like that. Ah, anyway, it's just by the way. Yeah, guys, I hope you've learned something from today's live stream. Let's keep them into practice. Let's put them into practice, and we're gonna have uh, our chances. It's not easy, It's not easy. It is easy, but it's not easy. The difficult aspect is how you apply. You would go through things, read things, be awake to prepare for things, but maybe the problem with how do I say it? The result will be like, oh, we have so many people, we are now able to proceed with. That's the difficulty aspect. But it is easy because you are doing everything by yourself. The way it is going, you are seeing it. There's nobody like, oh, there's no blindfold anywhere. There's no blockade anywhere. You are the one applying. You are the one receiving the emails from the companies. You are the one sending the documents. So you know whatever is going on. That is a very easy aspect of it. You know what is going on. If you did not go through, you learn from it. Maybe people, after they have not gone ahead, they came across my video, they were like, oh, okay, I now see why I couldn't proceed. Maybe just one thing you will get here and it will be clearer to you why maybe you couldn't do certain things properly. So that next time, if you have the opportunity again, it will be better. You understand? That's why I'm here. So I thank you so much for joining tonight's live. And in case you are watching from YouTube, you are watching a replay, if you still don't know which companies to apply to, then I entreat you to watch this video you see on your screen, and then you're going to get everything clearer. I wish you all the best. Hopefully tomorrow we'll come up with another topic. Stay blessed and don't give up. Bye-bye.